Am I live? Hey you guys, thank God it's Friday. My name's Alyssa. This is BadMomJokes. Are we live? And this is my friend Kate.
Hey.
Fabulous Kate. You are here for Halloween.
If
you guys want to see after this, go back. It was hilarious. It was a lot of fun. I loved it. I told Jesse that, and he's like, my husband. But then I explained. He's like, oh, Halloween. I get it. Like, he thought like, like, yes, this is Bad Mom Jokes, but we haven't gone down that path quite yet. Yeah. So the title of this video is the Leisure Coat Challenge. So I'm going to challenge all the moms watching to put on a coat that makes it impossible to do housework or dishes or anything because you would get your arms wet, you'd mess up your jam, and see if you can spend 10 minutes in it without the kids screaming at you.
In it to win it.
I'm going to say I'm going to make it like 3 minutes.
Okay.
How long would you make it before everyone's like, Mom, get me
0.
Kate has 4 kids, so she's in the major leagues of parenting.
Never a quiet moment.
Yeah, seriously. Oh my gosh. Well, it's just like the shower thing.
Never
right?
shower alone.
Never.
Yeah, I wish.
Yeah, no. It's like they just can hear it. I could be in the bathroom cleaning for an hour and they won't disturb me.
Right.
But the second that faucet goes on, it's like, especially Raleigh. Yeah, because Kinley's she's 2.5.
She just comes and gets in with me.
Raleigh just screams at me.
Right.
Just screaming.
Get out.
Like traumatized. We have really fun, a lot to talk about. There's so much going on. There's a couple things that I want to just tell you guys really quick. I want to remind you to subscribe because if you don't, tomorrow when you're like, who are those fun moms, you'll never find us again in the sea of information. And then if you don't want us to get lost in your thousands of subscription, box, then tap the bell because then you'll actually see another video in the next month. Yeah, and I don't post a ton of videos.
I didn't know that.
Yeah, if you tap the bell, you'll actually find me again.
Learn something
so
new.
Remember to do that, moms that find us. Don't lose us. You will regret it because you need this. Because I'm here to help you. Yes, a release. And to remind, to collectively say we're people too. We could take a break. We could be bad moms, which. I have so many things to talk about when I hear that. What do you think when you hear that?
Gluten-free, nut-free.
I love it. I love it.
I think of how I'm not free of any of that stuff. I don't know.
Because
or not volunteering at school.
Right. It's like it doesn't take much to be a bad mom. It really doesn't.
These days, no. There's a lot of pressure.
Right?
Yeah.
Because I talk to my non-parent friends and they don't get it. They're like, no, just be yourself. I'm like, if I just be myself, I'll lose my children to child services.
CPS will be at my door.
You guys don't get it. Like,
it's
you are
a fine
free.
line. Yeah,
it is.
People are nosy.
Yeah.
People are really nosy these days.
It's true because they aren't living their own lives.
No.
It's like they're destroying
judgment.
lives.
Yeah.
It's true. And oh my goodness. Yeah, it's interesting because my son, I was telling him today, like he's been getting teased a lot at school. Aww. And I told him, I'm like, the kids at school weren't given the freedom to be themselves and they're jealous of how you're just completely yourself and you're honest. And I said, so that makes it hard. And he's like, but daddy and mommy are free and we've taught you how to be free. And he's like, you're not free. You've got 2 kids you have to take care of.
Oh, did he really?
Yes, he was like
so smart.
Yeah, he's like the only person that's free is Raleigh because she's 3, and I'm like, actually, she's not because she's completely dependent on us. Like she can't take care of herself. I'm like, none of us are free.
Funny.
Yeah, isn't that cute?
That's really
I was
cute.
like, there's a freedom on the inside. He's like, yeah, I don't know what you're talking about.
I love
Shut
how
up,
he
I'm
gets
watching
that.
iPad.
Yeah.
Yeah. I'm gonna shut the door because we do have little ones making a lot of. They're having joyful playtime, which is
dolls.
Adorable. Oh, girls are so great.
They're fun.
I might not make it through this leisure challenge because coffee and it's pretty sunny
it's a hot
today.
Day in LA.
It is. Okay, so I'm just gonna unplug for a second and shut the door. I forgot to do that. Oh, tell them about.
Yeah, this is vintage.
Really? Right? I want to really quick tell them about your line of hair. It's hair products, right?
No, there's a rep for hair health.
Yeah.
So I can work from home. Yeah. So I can work from home as a mom. I got it from my good friend Heather that I grew up with.
Yeah, she was in last
connected
video.
us.
Yeah.
That connected. Oh, right.
Yeah, the slumber party.
So so it's anti-aging hair care. And it helps your hair grow. And if you have hair loss or want to regain
What's it called
hair,
again?
Monate.
She's just so cute.
Monate.
We didn't plan this at all, but she brought this little care package for me.
For a hair spa.
And I was like, oh my gosh. But I love these little hair ties.
I make
so
them.
Great. Oh, you do? You just buy this and then tie them up?
I buy this at the at the fabric store and I tie it and then I just take a lighter to the edges to.
Oh, yeah. There was this woman that made like a
They're
fortune.
expensive. They rip you off.
I mean, this is $30 in the store. You just have to tie a knot.
I buy a yard of it for $2.
Oh, and this is the product. What did you give me?
Shampoo and a mask.
Oh.
So it's a little home hair spa.
You know what I'm going to do? I'm going to go to one of those Korean spas. Have you ever been to one of those downtown?
No? You're going, yeah.
No, well, I don't know. There's a few. I think it was like something Palace, Spa Palace.
It's a family one where the kids can go too.
Yeah, kids can go. It's co-ed and you can eat. They have a cafeteria and it's like.
So when are you going?
I don't know, but I wanted to. We should do it. Because they're really affordable, and people stay the night in them. Did you know that? Because they're 24 hours, and so you can get in for like $30, and you can stay for 24 hours. I think there's like a $10 upcharge if you stay overnight. And so people will do that when they're in LA. Isn't that crazy? And you just sit in like a spa all night long and sleep in the chairs. All right, so what are we doing? Oh, while we're talking about products, my mom gave this to me. And we're not all products, but I have a few things I want to talk about because I kind of feel like you're a product guru. Because like you do. Like I don't really
to test
do
stuff
the
out and
work.
get my bang for the buck.
Bad mom. I'm like, here's some cheese sticks. But you and our friend Heather, our mutual friend Heather, were like giving me. We had this slumber party last week, and you're giving me all this advice and like, ooh, salt scrubs and all this stuff. My mom gave this to me. What do I do with it? I feel like she doesn't know I'm doing this. I'm just like, here's a product. What do I do with it?
I would say put it on all over your body after your shower. Yeah,
can you put it on your
skincare?
Do you?
I mean, I wouldn't. I don't.
Do you know that? Not your
face. My face is sensitive. I wouldn't put it on my face.
Yeah. Okay. So I just showed her. My mom got this. My mom's really into health stuff.
It says versatile skincare.
It says vegetable glycerin. I don't even know what that means, but I felt like you might know what that means.
Like vegetable oil.
Just vegetable oil, but it's for. I mean, I'm sure she paid a lot of money for it, knowing my mom. So you just
like that's a Target, that brand. I don't know.
Oh, is it?
Not. Maybe.
I don't know. She just like gave it to me.
I could be wrong. I've seen it before.
It might be in Target. I don't know.
See,
and you just
see.
Oh yeah, that's nice.
Luxurious.
I was just afraid to do it before I knew
right
what
after
it was.
The shower.
Yeah.
But then
you lock in the moisture.
Yeah, but then also
like my neck.
It's hard to get. You got to like let it soak in a little bit, or like wipe off with a towel before you get dressed.
Which is part of our leisure challenge. Yeah. Hey guys, I'm just gonna sit here naked, letting the moisture soak into my skin while you scream at me for 20 minutes. Only moms know.
That's what trolls
Even the dads think we're crazy. They do.
They just don't get it.
They're like, uh-oh, my wife's having another meltdown. Like, she have a problem? So
I threatened to leave mine alone. Yeah. I'm like, let's see how you do with the kids alone for a week.
Well, and it's a week.
And then you're going to judge me on how I make the sandwiches or whatever.
Exactly. Because the thing is,
survival.
If it's just like a day or two, that doesn't count. Or if it's like a little vacation, it doesn't count because they're like not making the food. They're not taking them to school.
No.
Like, they're like, oh, that's manageable. It's like, no, be full-time with no break in your entire life.
From 6:30 a.m. wake up to bedtime, you're going.
And then you just fall over. Like, there's no more of me that's going to have to wait for the morning.
No, or I try to stay awake and I make myself too tired just so I can have some alone time.
Yeah. Yeah, right?
And watch TV that I shouldn't be watching.
Speaking of alone time, I wonder if this is what I wanted to talk about next anyway. I feel like it was. Oh, the buzzer. Shoot, the buzzer. I have this buzzer, and it's like the angry buzzer. So, like, if I say something or ask you a question that you're not okay with, I press it. You can press it and be like, nope, I'm not going to answer that question. Like, if it's too personal, should I get it?
I mean,
You're an open book?
Yeah.
Well, here's the thing. You're amazing. You're so honest.
I don't know if that's good or bad.
You're at the right channel.
Right.
BadMomJokes. But you have kids that are old enough to find this video.
Yeah.
Like right now, I think the only views we'll get is ours watching the playback.
Right.
Or my mom. Yeah. Who actually I've forbidden her from watching this channel because I want to be able to talk about whatever I want without her. Her, whatever I want without, and my husband doesn't watch it, so I can talk about him. So I really don't share this video with a lot of people because it's personal and it's like only for strangers. So weird. I know. That's just how I work it out.
It's true. It's true.
So we'll watch the playback. But your kid, like your son's 14, like if he wanted to be like...
I don't think he cares enough.
And do you think like, but what if he's like, oh, what if she talked about me? Or what if she talked about drugs? Or like, you know what I mean? Like, what if I could get something on her? Like, would he do it for that?
No, because I think it's already, I think we're already totally open book in the house. So
okay.
There's just no, he's like
there's nothing to hide. Yeah, because I did that to Heather when we were doing it was the middle of the night, and I was high, and I was drunk, and I slipped about something. I said something about her past. I was like, oh, that girl that you... And then her daughter looked up, and she's like, no. And I was like, oh, shit, because, you know, that's hard. Like,
yeah.
That's hard. I have no filter. I have kids that don't know what I'm talking about yet.
Right. You're not there yet.
You guys have listeners. They're really listening.
Yeah. So part of my parenting technique is full-blown honesty because I want them to be full-blown honest with me. Plus, I feel like I don't like to sugarcoat or like put blinders on it anyway. I think it's better for your children to be armed with truth.
Lying.
Yeah, and then you just lose trust.
Yeah.
Or something becomes taboo. Or, you know what I mean? So you got to just take all that away and here it is. And then there's no power to it.
I think that's smart.
So,
because...
then hopefully he's open and honest, or she, both of them, open book with me too, and they pretty much are. Like I've even had teachers be like, "Wait, your son told you who his crush is?" I'm all, "Yeah, what do you mean?"
Yeah, well, so, because you're smart.
Because we're just, I believe in attachment parenting, and that's one way to do it. Is just I'm not going
to lie to you. Is that what it's called?
Attachment parenting.
Is it an official term?
Yeah, attachment parenting is a total thing. Like I didn't do preschool, I didn't do daycare. They were with me. You know, like the most I've left any child is Kinley because she's 2 and she's the 4th one, and I have to go to the chiropractor. Like
you're like,
we're all so crazy.
Girl. Yeah.
So but
so they're completely bonded to you.
Yeah, imprinting, right? Yeah. So, you know, co-sleeping, breastfeeding, I did all that in the hopes that you are
still breastfeeding Raleigh. I'm like, really, girl?
See, I mean, I had to cut Kinley off because I was having rashes and I couldn't take it anymore.
I mean, it's only at night, and I'm just like, girl.
So that's okay.
It is okay.
And you'll miss it eventually, believe it or not.
I will. I miss my boobs. That's for
true.
Sure. She sucked me dry. Like people hear that don't know. So people that don't know about breastfeeding, they'll look at me and they're like, "Your tits are so small. How could you be breastfeeding?"
They stretch out. They fill up and they stretch out, and then they go back down. And then you look like National Geographic boobies.
If you are breastfeeding past the age of 2, the boobies leave and they don't come back.
It's over.
Yeah, I keep telling my husband because he's very anti breast implants.
Oh yeah, no.
Thankfully, he loves my boobs. Yeah, right. And then I'm like,
now I'm looking.
I was like, when I had the full milk jugs.
Yeah, they look great.
So into it, and he was. He was like,
same.
You know, and I'm like, and I even stopped him. Then I'm like, see.
Yeah.
See this?
Oh,
they're
visual. They're visual. So as much as they say they don't like them.
My husband will be like, "Oh, I don't want to have sex," and I just have to get naked, and he'll be like,
"Yeah."
And I'm like, "Really?"
They're visual.
They are.
Yeah. No matter how much they say they don't like it,
it's so easy to get laid as a woman. Just get naked.
Right.
Like it doesn't matter what you look like.
Right.
It really doesn't.
Did you watch the Veer Das one?
No.
I still haven't watched it. You have to watch it.
What is it?
I keep telling you to watch the Veer Das stand-up where he does a whole thing like where women could get, it's like Prime for women. They can ship it, order it.
Yes.
Be right outside your door.
So true.
It's very true. It's a pretty funny stand-up.
Like if he were horny, a guy could probably take off his clothes. I'm just kidding. Yeah. We can make this work.
Tinder for women is easy. Yeah.
Yeah, I think it's for women. It's more like how to deflect the ones you don't want, like to,
or detect the crazies.
Yeah.
That's a skill.
Don't even get me started because my mom is single and guys come after her and she's so sweet. Everyone that comes her way, and it takes so much energy for her. To then be like, and we're friends. You know, it's like, Mom, you could have seen that coming and avoided that week.
Need to set up a blind date.
Yeah. Oh my gosh. So what were we talking? Oh no, because I wanted to get into the pot. You're not supposed to call it pot anymore. That's politically incorrect.
Cannabis.
We're normalizing weed in California, so that's the whole That's the whole thing right now. It's legal, and I think a lot of these like MedMen and a lot of these big companies are trying to normalize it. Like they want it to feel like when you have a beer in front of your kids. But it doesn't really feel. So you treat it that way.
I do.
I'm newly experimenting with that. Did we have a mommy?
Yeah. You okay, babe?
Mommy?
She's okay.
I think they're okay. No one's banging down the door yet. Anyone that watches my other channel, I can't go 3 minutes without Raleigh being like, ah!
Oh, really?
Yeah, and like banging on the door. I'm like, 4 more
Here's
minutes.
Your sidekick, Raleigh.
Yeah, she is, basically. The channel's become all about my kids. That's why I'm like,
funny.
I'm going into my own space.
Right.
Bad mom jokes. Yeah.
Yeah, I hear that. So question, normalizing.
Oh, yeah.
Yes, absolutely.
Yeah.
Well, so I believe it's a superfood.
Yeah.
And had it been discovered today, it would be considered a superfood.
Right.
With
okay.
the whole tabooness they've put around it for years.
Right, because it's drugs. And it's bad.
Yeah. So,
Do you feel like...
I think the synthetic drugs are bad, and that's what's killing our teenagers, is them getting into everyone's Vicodin and drinking and all that. So that's really where the true danger is prescription drugs.
Yeah, and there's so much of that.
Right, and that's so okay. So
Isn't
I have
that nuts?
So I have a big problem with that.
Wow.
So when you look at it that way,
that's a killer.
well, and I've struggled with depression my whole life. So, I've tried everything.
Yeah.
St. John's Wort.
Yeah.
I've tried a lot of different things.
Yeah.
So for me, exercise and weed helps.
Oh, 110%.
And diet. Yeah.
I sometimes wonder, this is full stoner conspiracy theory, but I wonder sometimes that the government really doesn't...
It makes us smarter.
Yeah. It makes us kinder.
It makes you more aware.
It slows you down and makes
mind
you
expanding
kinder.
drugs. You do realize too, there's also like
different types of weed. Cannabis.
Grace Kelly, I believe, did the LSD therapy, like where you would take acid,
just little tiny microdoses,
or mushrooms, and go into a therapeutic session with a counselor, and how because it taps into your subconscious,
it's cheating.
It brings up all
it's like what the work it would take.
It's tapping into getting into what the problem is.
So the hours and hours of meditation and the work that it would take that most of us don't take the time to do, like shortcuts.
So they do believe though that some believe that weed is, cannabis.
Yeah,
is also.
I think weed's fine. Apparently, pot refers back to slavery.
Oh,
like there's some kind of negative.
And
connotation.
marijuana is also a bad one too.
Is it?
Supposedly.
Why? Because of Mary Jane?
I don't know. There's something wrong with that word too.
Wow.
Yeah, I can't remember what it is.
I didn't know
it's
that.
Supposed to be racist or something in some way.
Oh, interesting.
Yeah, look that
like
one
that
up,
its origin. Because
cannabis is the best word to call it.
So you've already transitioned into normalizing it, and it
because we had prescriptions for years, so we taught it as it was a medicine, and it's not okay for you because you're a growing child. So you go over there, and we go over here.
And so I never had it as the prescription. My cannabis journey started at 14, smoking out of like a Natty Light can
or
with
some
friends, or an apple, or like
that's normal
just
for the valley.
Right. I'm from the Santinas Valley. She's from Santa Barbara.
But funny thing is, my first time smoking weed was in the Santinas Valley.
Was it really? Wait. Oh, I want to hear this.
Well, I went to boarding school there.
Oh, at
but I was 14.
You went to
and I was at a friend's house.
That's down the street from my house.
Yes, I did for my freshman year of high school.
Okay, so you were at someone's house. Was it their parents?
Yeah, their parents' house, But they went to them, but they were day students because they lived in Santina.
I wonder if I know
But I was a boarding school.
Wait a minute.
I'm pretty sure you do, but I don't want to mention names on camera.
What about first names? No one's watching this.
Santinas is so small.
It is. And my theory is the only people that will watch this are like people from my hometown that might want to get some dirt on me and laugh about it. You know what I mean? Like that are just like, what is she talking about this week? Is she talking about you? I don't care. It doesn't matter.
As Drew Barrymore once said, if they're talking about you, at least you're something to talk about.
That's so true. Although in a small town, everyone's talking about everyone.
Like it's
this tiny little Truman bubble, Truman story bubble.
Part of the reason why I love Santa Barbara. And Santa Barbara's even bigger.
For sure. But Santa Barbara is pretty small.
Very small. And the funny thing is they moved to Culver City, which is even smaller.
Right? And we're in Venice, and we're like in small town Venice. So it has a small, and my kids are dealing with small town stuff.
Isn't that funny?
I know.
Yeah.
You
Within
go right
this
back.
bubble of LA, it
you go
matter.
right back to your history. I think whatever's familiar.
Culver City's 40,000. That's it.
Wow,
it's tiny.
That is
so you can't go to Target without seeing 3 people.
For sure,
and
especially when you're in that circle of a school and kids.
Well, there's
the same
one.
age.
I mean, my kid went to elementary school, middle school, and high school all right next to each other.
So our elementary school only has about 200 students.
Yeah, that's crazy.
It's really
that's
small
tiny,
for a public school in LA.
That's really funny.
What's the population of Santa Barbara?
More than 40,000.
It is.
Yeah.
It's like 60.
No. It's
100,000. Like 100,000. Okay.
Maybe even a couple.
My hometown is. It went from 2,000 to 1,400.
Oh my God!
They
it went down.
Updated this sign.
It went down.
Yeah, I talked about it in one of my other videos. I was like, what?
Nobody.
That's a punchline for you.
Yeah.
Well, I think it just has gotten so
they'll
expensive.
go buy property. Oh.
And so people have
property should go down then.
No, it's actually I think people probably buy up the land. And like one of my friends, now they own a lot of the other lots near them. They just keep buying up the land, and so that probably then the population goes down because those people have to move to Oregon or Arizona, somewhere to raise their kids. We're crazy. So raising kids here can be a little nutty.
Too expensive.
Too unrealistic expectations.
Oh my
God.
Their
friends have
phones.
jets. My son's like, I want that game they were playing the other night, Fortnite. He's 6. I'm like, no. He's like, well, Bo has Fortnite. Oh, I just said his name. His mom's watching. I was like, you know what? Maybe his dad plays Fortnite. That's how a lot of I'm like, doesn't mean that they bought it for him.
Right.
You know?
Right.
You're 6. Stop it. Like, you have some time.
Yeah. Be a kid.
Yeah.
You know?
Yeah.
One of my son's friends had Yeezys.
What's that?
The Kanye West tennis shoes that are like $800 on a growing boy.
Like, here's my thing.
With his iPhone, like better than my iPhone.
Like, I think my kids are a tad bit spoiled. I
believe
won't
mine
lie.
are, and they don't have whatever all these kids have.
They're not aware of it, but they are. I look at like probably what most kids have in the world, and I'm like, you're spoiled.
Absolutely.
Yeah, and then.
For one who live in California.
I don't like it when parents, like, I really respect the uber wealthy parent that tries to give their kids
minimum
boundaries. Yeah. And like, you don't need all these things. Like, they teach them, because they know they're setting them up for failure.
Oh, for sure. There's no hope. There's nothing to look forward to.
And their kids will not be as successful as them.
No.
It's not how it works.
They don't learn the value of hard work.
So it's like they're going to have to know how to struggle. Anyways, I really respect the parents that like really say, hey, we can afford all this, but you're going to wait until Christmas or your birthday or Right. Yeah. So speaking of spoiled, so Jesse and I took Declan into Arbor in Venice on Washington. You know Arbor. It's a local skate shop. It's gorgeous. They make gorgeous snowboards and skateboards. They're kind of on the pricey end. It wasn't ridiculous, but he went in there and we had no idea. He fell in love with skating. Girl.
That's adorable.
It was like he was tapped by the skate gods because we keep trying to get him to get into stuff,
something.
And we're looking at each other like, skateboarding. Like, are we ready for this?
Yeah, just get helmets and wrist thingies.
Wrist guards. Because when did you
fall on your ground? Preston was 6. He was skateboarding at the skate park when he was 6.
I feel like 6 is the right age to start something.
Skateboarding. There's a little boy who's in Devin's grade, 2nd grade, 8 years old. Yeah, sponsored. He's so gnarly.
Are his parents at the Culver
City, and he's tiny. He's really short.
Wow.
So he's been skating for years. No, they're just, the dad's skateboards. Yeah, but I mean, this kid shows it and is so good at it. He's already sponsored.
Wow.
It's crazy.
That is crazy.
So, I mean, the younger the better, because then they get better at it and more accustomed to it, and the fear's not there.
I think, where my fear sets in is when I see 10 and 12-year-olds skating on the streets and almost getting hit by cars.
So my son did that.
Attention.
No, and my son's almost gotten hit by
cars
scootering.
How terrifying is that as a mom?
I hate it.
It's like very few things, like even surfing.
So you pray and do it.
At least they're out in the ocean. Even if that's really dangerous, they're not up against cars,
Yeah.
Although the ocean can be really dangerous.
But
Sharks, storms, undertow, lightning. People die. Venice, the 2 people have gotten hit by lightning and died of lightning during a storm.
Yeah.
More often than it should.
Right. Right.
Oh, so living in the city, you hear everything, shootings, everything, helicopters.
Pretty board, though.
So this board, we're gonna show it to you guys because I need a mom opinion on it.
I think it's beautiful.
It's gorgeous. Yeah. They make it's artwork. They make these gorgeous So they make these gorgeous boards. She just saw the punchline. This is a board that's scaled down for little kids like Declan.
Perfect.
And they chose not only the knife, this is the symbol, the knife in the block, which, a little violent. They chose to make it a part of their whiskey project line.
What does that mean? Are they making whiskey?
It's just, I don't know. Skaters. I think that's another fear of a parent is it's a subculture. Like, I'm not afraid of subculture.
That's where my son found pot.
But he is sick. Exactly. He is 6. I know Jesse said, what next? We're buying him weed. Like, this is it, No,
they don't have
to. So, no. I mean, and if he does, I can't be a hypocrite. But this is a choice. And, I mean, I'm kind of like, hey, guys, if little tiny... This is for kids. It's scaled down for kids.
Right.
So... I asked my husband, I'm like, do you care? And he's like, no. And I'm like, I don't care. We are in Venice. We're a Venice family. People get it. It's a local. But it's also maybe not the highest percentage choice for a 6-year-old skateboard. So
it's not a mud flap, girl, so you're okay.
Right? Oh man. So this is where my question comes in.
Yes, very cute.
So this is grip tape that they gave us, which was very generous of them. So we could like fit it to the board and cover the spot. Would you do that as a mom of a 6-year-old, or you like let the whiskey project fly?
I mean, ask him what he wants.
No, I don't think this pretty. It is really pretty.
It's really pretty, and it goes with the blue on the other side.
I think he did. He said we did ask him, and he liked it.
It's like 6 to a half a dozen. You know, like who cares? It's gonna get scratched up eventually.
Exactly. So, anyways, so he said he would like us to put on because I think he liked all the rainbow colors.
I like the blue that matches the blue on the other side.
And it kind of customizes his board
for sure.
But it's so funny because see, here's the thing: as moms,
you're overthinking it.
I know, right? And this is where it comes in, where you really have to say, but I did say, okay, we're both okay with it.
Right, then who cares what other people think?
And you have to just let go. You just have to let go of the judgment.
90% of people allow what other people think to determine their happiness.
That's right.
To determine their happiness.
And to stop them in life.
And exactly. Yeah. I mean,
like there are moms that wouldn't do this because they're afraid of what other people would think.
Right. Yeah, and then there goes your son's X Games career. Like because you're so afraid of what some bitch thinks.
Right. Well,
which is really her own fucking problem if she's judging you.
We didn't buy this board. This is a belated Christmas gift. It was just good timing because Grandpa had not bought him a gift, so this was like perfect, and it wasn't ridiculous. It was $100. It wasn't ridiculous. It was
no. My son's.
But I'm like, watch next week. He's like, and I don't like skateboarding.
No, but you still hold on to it because he'll still come back to it.
And then I just got a skateboard. And I told Jesse, I'm like, how fun would it be to learn a kickflip? And he's like, are you insane?
At 40. Yeah.
He's like, that's way out of my league. I'm like, I'm just going to pad up. I'm like, but how cool
just try
if you just learn a simple trick. So if anyone's
Kickflip's not simple.
Just like some version of it.
Ollie's the first thing you got to learn.
Okay. And that's just going up and down. Yeah. Woo. Okay. Yeah, no, I'm not a skater at all, right? And that's So he was asking me because Jesse has a longboard, not a kickflip board.
That's fun. That's what I have, and you just cruise and carve like a snowboard.
And I thought he was going to bring me home a board, so I was a little disappointed because I have my eye on like one of their drop-down boards.
Nice.
Because it's like it's easier, your feet grip in and and it's like your center of gravity is lower and you feel a lot safer. Because it's true, it's
doesn't freak you out as much.
Yeah, like I don't need broken bones at this point in my life. I've made it this far without breaking a bone. Let's keep it that way.
Me too.
Yeah.
Really? I mean, they broke my jaw for me.
Have you had stitches?
I had 2 down here.
Oh, you did? In St. when you were done?
Yeah.
Of course, in St.
Crashed my bike.
When I was 3, I got this one here.
Oy. Oh.
And I should have had stitches. But so I've had it my whole life. It's just a part of my identity.
Yeah.
It is punk rock. And people, because I don't have tattoos.
There you go.
And I'm like, God gave me one when I was 3. I'm good. Like I've had to deal with this on my face my whole life. Because you can't be an innocent little girl with a scar on your face. Like you will always be that that bad girl with a little bit of edge. Because you guys, it's not like
it's not small.
It's not casual.
But how have I never not noticed it? I've never noticed it.
It doesn't matter. But I think that's good. I think that's good when people aren't overanalyzing like what you look like. You know. So thank you for not being like, oh shit, this scary bitch.
Can't scare me.
Yeah, right. But I have been thinking more and more. At some point, I might get a tattoo.
It's fun.
Like this artist.
It's addictive.
I don't know her name. But I should know her name because I wanted to share this. I found this lighter. It was like a limited series for this Amadeus local magazine. I don't know that much about it. I just found it on the ground.
That's awesome.
But she does, I will figure it out and put the link down here, but she does these like little tattoos that are so amazing.
Yeah.
And they're like witchy and cool. And I was thinking, because I have all these freckles on my back, like maybe just like make them into a constellation or,
you
know, like.
Fun.
I don't know why I had this image of like a lobster. Is that weird?
No.
Sounds like delicious. Out of nowhere, like a witchy lobster lady. I don't know, you guys. Where the coffee's hitting.
Let your higher power bring it to
you. Speaking of higher power, so Jesse and I, so you have medical marijuana. You use that as a, what did you call it? A power food?
Oh, well, like I just think like if it had been discovered today, they'd labeled it as a superfood because it does so many things.
See, she's my guru. Superfood. I'm like, what's that thing?
You know, like kale.
Like it's not bologna. It's superfood.
Blueberries.
Yeah, right.
Things of that nature.
Yeah, no, I eat McDonald's once a week with my kids. I am like the furthest thing from a Venice mom.
80s.
Yeah, I'm a total product of the 80s, and I won't lie, I'm not going back. Someday when I get cancer, I'll have to cleanse it out.
Right.
So, like
probably
tomorrow.
why I've become more conscious because of health issues.
Right?
Yeah. Can't live off Coke.
Can't live off
cola.
Yeah, right. You can live off
not cocaine.
You can't live off that. That is a proven fact. So I label us as tourists, cannabis tourists.
I see.
Which I think is why the business. Well, I think soon I'll probably be doing it every day. But like, because I was like, oh dang, this is amazing. I'm coming back to you, baby. Because I did it every day in college, but that's when it was like bad.
Right.
You know, it was like illegal, and every white van, you're like, they're coming to get me. You know? You're just paranoid.
Hilarious.
They've got me. Like they're bugging me. Anyways,
they figured it out.
They figured it out that I'm one of them. So I call us we're doing tourism. We went to MedMen. We got like, you know, it's like the big commercial one on Lincoln. Everyone's, all the guys are in there buying their weed. Right. So they're going to like do well with the ladies that night. Right. You know, getting everyone high.
Isn't that funny?
Isn't it? Yeah. But it works. I mean, it's got to work, right? Like if I smell it, I will find the source.
That person, for sure.
Yeah. So it works. But I said we're tourists. We're like tourists. And I think that's where the boom is going to happen, is how many people are going to be like, oh, now that it's legal, I want this experience.
I just bought a magazine that's breaking it down too, but I still think that we need to invest in it because that is truly where I keep hearing it being like it's going to be Amazon style, like as far as stocks go.
I think it could. I think this has to happen though, because it still feels on the edge of illegal. Like it feels like...
For sure, but that's why it's time to buy it now because it's super cheap.
So, but what companies would you invest in? Now we're doing
Motley Food is one that's popped up, but I don't know. I'd have to look at, I just keep hearing.
Well,
like,
maybe
in
we should
areas
look at our portfolios, Kate, and report back.
We should.
Moms everywhere talking.
So, I mean,
the green rush is what they call it. The green rush. Oh, look at you. You're like, so for me, oh, this is so cute.
So you don't smell, if you have a vape pen.
That's so. How does that even work? That's so adorable. We did not plan this. It's just like, there you go. Just like that. And it's just vapor.
Yeah.
It's water vapor.
You have to be careful of which ones you purchase.
What do you have in here?
Some have gross.
I feel like I mucked up yours the other day.
Oh, not at all. Some have gross, like they put some gross stuff in them.
So good. Yeah, they do.
So you have to go to the comedy club. You have to get licensed ones.
Oh.
Just when you buy it and purchase, maybe make sure you're buying from a clinic or whatever, a dispensary that has licensed vape pens. Because otherwise the unlicensed...
I didn't know that.
The unlicensed oils and stuff, they put like...
toxins.
Yeah, gross stuff.
Yeah, I didn't know that.
Yeah. So yeah.
But I thought you meant like be careful who you're smoking with. Because I'll go out to the comedy clubs and guys will be passing stuff around and I'm just like, is this just weed? Like what's in this?
Oh,
I have
to
ask,
for sure.
Because I'm like, next thing I know, I'm hopped up all night or something. I'm like, maybe don't smoke with strangers.
Right.
Maybe.
What's it called? Cocoa Puffs?
Yeah, don't talk to strangers and also don't smoke with strangers.
No, don't take drugs from strangers.
That's what I wanted to talk about.
Don't take drugs from strangers.
So as a bad mom, this is one of my bad mom things is, so when I go out to, say, a comedy club or a bar, you've been to Cinema Bar. I do that, Mike, on a regular basis. I love Cinema Bar in Culver City. It's so cute, and I love the vibe there.
It's fun, yeah.
It's really cute, and they've got a stage. And you were there for a little bit of the stand-up. Like, it's a neat space. So if I go out on the patio and maybe have a sip of whiskey and a couple puffs of weed, I am the good girl. I am like the straight edge. I am the goody two-shoes. And then I come in the privacy of my own home and do the exact same thing. Now, I'm not encouraging moms to, binge on weed or alcohol and then try to care for children because that's not safe.
No.
But if I have like a puff of my weed or a sip of my drink in my home, sip of my
whiskey
drink, which is my drink. I love whiskey.
Yeah.
It's not just the board.
Right.
I feel like a bad parent in that moment. I feel like a bad mom.
Isn't that funny?
When I know I'm within my boundaries of what is safe. and my kids are safe, and that if anything, I become a better mom when I'm high because I turn off all the screens and start talking to them
and play
listening and playing.
Let the stress go and all the worry.
Yeah, it's 100%. Amazing. Yeah.
I call it an attitude adjustment.
It is, isn't it?
And it just kind of like helps for me, from my perspective. I've had a really hard childhood, so it's just, you know, it helps me say, hey, it's all good. You have a roof over your head.
Be in the moment.
Yeah, you have 4 healthy children, which in and of itself is a miracle.
It really, you know what I mean? Shuts off the anxiety
and the worry about what other people think bullshit. So
isn't that interesting?
Yeah.
Well, and here's my complaint. So as
makes
moms,
a higher level of awareness of what's important.
It lifts you up. And so as stay-at-home moms, it's fine to like drink a gallon of wine, and our American society says, oh, we get you, Mom. You're allowed to have a gallon of wine. But a gallon of wine makes me a horrible person. You know what I mean? Like, I get irritable. I get allergies. I'm
sugar.
Like
I think I get allergies too now from red wine. I'm so bummed.
Yeah, well, and white wine with all the like whatever they grew it in and stuff. So,
did you know it's not vegan?
Of course it's not.
The way they distill it is like in fish guts?
I'm not even going to pretend I'm vegan, by the way. I'm like, of course it's not.
But I mean, everyone thinks like, oh, it's grapes, it's vegan. No, they distill it like in fish guts and animal products.
Which I'm totally fine
with,
by the way.
Oh, I eat fish, but I mean, like, I had no clue.
You're a healthy mama. We're like,
I'm learning. I'm learning.
It's good. Vegetable glycerin.
Lemon water every morning.
I just feel like maybe that's part of this channel. I want to like liberate moms from this fear bubble of like, we're only allowed. Yeah, and we're only allowed to do certain things. Like, this is okay, but this is not okay. Like, you can look like a slob in public and drink a gallon of wine, but you can't, like, you know, smoke a little weed and talk to your kid and have a shot of whiskey and, like, I don't wear sexy clothes.
In the 20s, they used to soak a handkerchief full of sugar and whiskey and let the baby chew on it.
Oh, of course they did. They knew what they were doing.
Sugar titty.
When my kids had really sore gums, we definitely did that.
I mean, again, in Europe, they don't have the same problems with alcohol. It's the way our culture abuses things. And treats things too.
Like, so your kids are the age where they're going to have an interest in pot and weed and all this stuff. I'm supposed to call it cannabis. Sorry, guys. If I'm triggering people, I'm really sorry. I'm not meaning to. I'm just from California. I don't know a different way
Remind me to show you the overly PC video when we're done.
Oh my God, you guys. Actually, this channel isn't really that, but I also
it's a joke on how everybody is like overly PC now.
Yeah, so it's gotten nauseating, it has. Yeah. But I watch my videos sometimes and I do see how I look like an asshole.
You could offend people, understood.
Yeah, so I don't want to be that asshole, you guys. So anyways, cannabis. Your kids are at the age where they might start to develop an interest. They've tried it, they've done it. How do you set up those boundaries? Because like with alcohol right now, my kids and cannabis, my kids are so young, it's not something, they're just like, oh, it's for adults, and that's all you have to say to them.
Right. And that's easier
so
than
what
for
do moms
sure to
and
parent
dads
around
do,
that then.
You know?
So we've had issues with it. Our son for sure has tried and had, you know, friends and gotten in a little bit of trouble. He's 14, so we're at that age.
Right, and that's when I first did it. Like that's
for sure. Basically, we say, here's your
age.
job. Your job is to go to school and do your best, and hopefully that's getting good grades.
Yeah.
And, you know, show your family members with respect, you know, things like that. And then your chores, which they don't have a lot.
Yeah.
But, like, that's it. If you do those things and you're doing them all well, then you have the freedom to do what you want. Keep your nose clean, you know, just be careful.
Right.
And don't get in anybody's car. So we know you're going to try things. We know that that's going to happen.
Yeah.
It's just be honest with us and make sure that you're safe.
So you're not... Get to know. So talk about consequences.
So like let's say like grades get bad or things like that. Then there's going to be more of a lockdown.
Consequences.
Exactly.
Yeah.
But like if you're doing your job and things are good, then we understand you're learning. You're
learning
going
balance.
Through, like, I'd rather you try things out now than when you're 30 and go to jail.
Well, and that's the thing is.
It's about learning. They're supposed to right now.
Yeah. And I know that my experimenting with things in high school within reason made me more able to balance my life in college.
Right.
My friends that didn't do anything outside,
lost it in college.
Were too strict.
Right.
They completely lost it.
Right.
Ended up in those halfway houses and
that's what happened.
Pregnant and like not and dropping out of school because they didn't know
get the early exposure to deal with it.
Yeah,
that's what that does. All right, whatever.
What a hangover feels like. How to go do your SATs the next day.
How to not do that. Yeah, if you need to.
And like yes. balance.
Right.
Yeah.
Right.
Yeah.
It's true.
So,
it's very true.
But it's tricky because it's like you're sitting there smoking and drinking and
But
having
I tell them I wouldn't hand you a beer. I will say these kids are not really interested in drinking. There's very few that are drinking. It's just the vape pens and
it's so accessible now.
Yeah. Well, and even
it's legal.
Even the nicotine ones.
So the age,
so annoying.
At what age does it become legal? Is it 21 or is it 18?
21 for cannabis.
It is.
Yeah.
Okay, so it's not 18.
Just like a beer. I'm not going to hand you a beer. I'm not going to hand you a joint, and that's how I've always treated it.
And it's like we're above 21.
Yeah.
And so
there's nothing wrong with it.
Legal right to
Why make it taboo? That makes it more interesting.
Yeah. Do you think on some level though they're at that age because kids are so rebellious at 14,
do as I say, not as I do. Fuck you anyway.
Yeah,
of course,
and they're
but it doesn't matter.
You're doing it,
so
and
the thing
I'm almost an adult.
Right.
And
well,
they get angry.
That is 14 no matter what.
Yeah.
So like I've talked to my sister who has 8 boys and all grown now in Santa Barbara where there's a lot of teenage boys.
There's so much
people coming from
in Santa Barbara.
But kids that come from perfect families, all the money, parents are straight edges. Their kids still will do this. It's part of being 14. It's just rebelling.
Testing the boundaries.
Whether it's your parents are against the system or the teachers or whatever, it's rebellion. You're at 14, your brain is remapping itself.
You feel invincible.
Well, and you're also basically like compared to like a schizophrenic. Your brain is remapping. It's all undoing itself and re-going to where it needs to go on top of hormones, on top of social pressure, on top of if you have problems in the home with the family. So it's a crazy age, period, no matter what. So it doesn't matter if I did or not. He'd probably still go try it. All his friends whose parents don't go to church, their kids are the regular smokers. And the difference is their parents don't know when they're lying to them. I know.
Yes. Amen.
So he gets away with less with me because I know.
Same.
And the other ones who are great parents.
Well, because they're lying.
And they look at you and they go, oh, well, I don't have alcohol or weed in my home. It's like, great, your kid is more on this than mine is. So open your eyes.
Forbidden fruit.
And all the kids come over and are vaping in their living room and this mom has no clue.
Yeah.
So I don't know.
That was my parents. So my parents had never had sex. They had never had anything to drink. They were very straight edge, Christian, young. They got married right out of college.
Right.
And so they were completely, bless their hearts, they had no idea what was going on.
Right.
I got really good at hiding things.
You got away with murder.
Yeah, I got away with, almost all but. I'm not kidding. I was the girl that would steal the car, pick up all my friends in the middle of the night.
Hilarious. Roll it down the driveway
go out,
with no engine on.
Steal the bad mom's alcohol out of her cabinet and go park somewhere in the forest.
I did that too.
Yeah. You almost get into more trouble living out in the middle of nowhere.
You for sure do. Boredom.
Yeah,
for sure.
Here in the city, there's
100%.
so much. There's so many choices.
I've always found city kids are way more mellow than country kids or small town kids.
Yeah.
We're the batshit crazy ones.
and it's peer pressure because everybody goes to the creek bed.
Right, and if you don't
everybody goes
FOMO.
To the concert in Isla Vista.
Real bad.
Yeah. There would be one person that didn't drink and everybody knew about them and they were also at the parties and everyone would make fun of them.
Right.
Poor thing. It was a big deal.
Everybody.
Yeah, exactly. And they probably love the attention, honestly, now that I look back. That's me. Everybody talk to me about it.
It's too much.
I'll drive all of you. Yeah.
It's too small town.
It's so small town. It is so, but that's America.
Yeah.
I think that's more America than Los Angeles. The teenager experience here is so different and unique.
This is a little bit more European, maybe.
Yes. Oh, for sure.
But
most
not.
Definitely.
But not, because we're still Americans and we still suck in that way.
We're still very lame in the city. Don't believe what the media tells you, the liberal media.
It's just still.
It's true.
But it's definitely, the more diverse, the more culture, the more museums, all that stuff.
It's very diverse. Yeah, we have people from all over the world living here. Yeah, and it has an influence, which I love, by the way.
Me too.
I'm all about diversity. It's so important.
It's great. I love it. I love where we live.
Oh man, Kate. It's not easy being a mom, you guys.
No, I quit daily.
Yeah. I'm not going to do it again. And then you wake up and you drink your coffee. You're gotta have to do it again.
Yeah.
My neighbor said, he's you can't take them back.
No,
you
really
once
can't.
They're out.
Yeah.
It's a lifer. I mean, you could, but I would never. While we...
We really do love our children.
Well, and that's why this is for moms. Because other moms will get that we love our kids.
Right. But we're not
that
perfect.
We just
we're
need to let it out and be real about it.
That's true.
So let's change gears and talk about someone that my husband brought up this morning. I'm like, oh, let's talk about Jared Leto.
Random.
It's so random, but I have to say, my husband said something that really stuck with me. He's like, we were talking about how intelligent he is and how successful he is. And how he's
not bad
built.
Looking. Yeah.
He's gorgeous. he's so well spoken.
Easy on the eyes.
I really, in my fantasy of myself, I'm like so calm and intelligent
graceful
when I talk to people about myself.
I'm a spaz.
And like that's never. I mean, unless I'm putting on an act, that'll never be me. I think that's actually who he is. I don't think you can get away with pretending in today's culture. I think you actually have to be this god
you'll get caught
type,
eventually.
like a demigod. But anyways, so my husband said a comment. He said he's built a army of not an army. He's a huge team of people around him, which is a very successful person that's built this huge team of able-bodied people to help you do and build your empire. And I'm like, oh my God, as a mom, I've surrounded myself with people that just suck the life out of me.
Absolutely. I'm
like,
the opposite.
I'm doing the opposite. Like, no wonder I'm batshit crazy.
Honey,
I give
most
up.
days, it's like, did I put a bra on? Did I brush my teeth yet?
Oh my God.
You know, it's baby steps. It's one day at a time.
Tell me that someday.
It'll get easier. Think about it. In a few years, you'll drop them both off at school.
I know, this is true. I dream about
then
those
what?
days.
You're going to be like,
I'm just
what do
gonna sit in my
I
car and cry for an hour and go to the grocery store and pick them up.
And they're going to give you the Heisman. They'll be like, bye, Mom.
Yeah, right? Tell me, Kate, that someday I will build a team of people around me and build my empire.
Yeah.
Just lie to me.
I mean, give it 15 to 20 years.
Right? Yeah. Give it till, but you
train
know what?
them.
I'm going to be like that, was that Batty Winky or whatever on Instagram? That's
that
like
is.
this senior citizen that's like crushing it on Instagram.
Oh, is she?
Have you seen this woman? I'll send you her
please.
link. Maybe I'll go in.
I mean, Betty White just turned 97.
I love that woman.
Me too.
So much.
Me too.
Like,
So you can do it.
She is my demigod for
She's
certain.
amazing.
Like,
Isn't
I'll never
she?
be a Jared Leto, but I could always dream to be a Betty White.
More
I
meditation.
feel that before I moved to Los Angeles, I specifically moved to Los Angeles to pursue acting. That was like specifically what I did.
Awesome.
I majored in drama and dance at UC Irvine, and I chose to move here, and that was my goal, like so many other people. And now I know the reality of that dream.
So competitive.
It is, but I don't care. I'm a dreamer.
Oh, do it. No, go.
And you know what I told myself?
You love it. You'll
Absolutely.
Eventually.
You know what I told myself? I said, I don't care if it takes me until I'm a senior citizen, like the Golden Girls.
No,
someday I'm going to make it happen.
Yes.
And you know what I found doing stand-up? There's so many women of our generation that feel
that
exactly the same way.
Yeah.
There's like whole groups of women that have connected over the Golden Girls.
Isn't that amazing?
Isn't that so cool?
That's cool.
Yeah, it's really neat.
That's
and
really
then I'm
cool.
like, oh, I found my people.
Yeah.
I found my tribe.
Yeah.
And that's everything.
Yeah, Justin has a t-shirt.
Yeah,
With the
who
Golden
does?
Girls on it. Justin, my husband.
Yeah.
He has a t-shirt
he
of
does?
Golden Girls. And I'm always like, you just wear that to get attention because all the girls are like, that's such a good shirt.
Oh, that's like having the cutest puppy. Oh, that's hilarious.
Isn't that
Your
funny?
husband's too smart.
He's just a pain
You gotta
in the ass,
watch
but
out for him.
And, yeah.
Yeah, Jesse and I always joke about infidelity. Like, I even wonder sometimes, I'm like, we take it so far joking about it. Sometimes I'm like,
Kelly Ripa does that, or jokes with
like,
Mark about killing each other.
Oh, that's hilarious.
So, like,
I
know
love
you
it.
think about it in your
Yeah,
sleep.
that's hilarious. And at certain
You're
points in
married
my
for
life,
so
I'm like, when
long.
we're going back and forth, I'm like, at what point will this actually like manifest? You know what I
Happen,
mean?
yeah.
Or has it? Because
Yeah.
he spends time in New York. Here's the thing about my husband is he is the secret menu item. Do you know what that means?
Like Starbucks, the things they don't put on the menu?
For gay men.
I don't know what that means for gay men.
So in New York City, like there's like a huge gay scene.
Of course.
Yeah, come in. I think our timer's up. Come in. Is that Raleigh knocking?
Yeah.
That's Raleigh going knock,
Or
knock,
it's
knock.
Kinley, yeah.
We've been going for a while. I'll finish this.
Okay,
I'll
go
wrap
on.
this up.
Yes.
And so Jesse's a secret menu item. So when he's hanging out with all of his like fabulously like wealthy and talented gay friends, they consider him a secret menu item. Like he doesn't know he's on the menu. Like if someone could get the secret menu item. I tease him so much about it.
He's cute.
He's a cute.
Well, he's a cute like, Grant. Like
he's
cute.
like, but like the kind that the women overlook.
Oh,
And the men notice.
That's nice.
You know, like I
That's
remember,
nice.
it is kind of nice because otherwise I'd be jealous. But like, and I'm not really jealous of gay men. Like occasionally I will because I'm like, would you? You know? And he's so funny because he tells me that he'd be fine if I had an affair with a woman.
Hilarious.
Which is, I hate because I'm like, well, I'm not a lesbian, so like, I can't make good on that, you know? Like, he's like, that completely would not ruin our marriage.
Damn it. Yeah, of course not.
If he had an affair with a man, I think I'd be more jealous than if he had an affair with a woman. Because I'm like, come on, you know? Like, I'd be like, I'm not good with it, you know? Like, I guess no one wants another cock in their lives.
No.
Pussy's fine.
Right.
More pussy.
No, more penises.
Oh, poor penis.
That's hilarious.
I don't know. I had no plan to talk about that, but
that's funny.
I blame the vape pen.
Half of it.
Okay, so I just want to say a couple things before we go. Was there anything you feel like you were like, okay, I wanted to say more about this, or
no burning desires.
Okay, no burning desires. You'll have to jot them down.
What
for
day
next
is
time.
it? Yeah.
Kate's gonna be a regular. Oh, we didn't talk about our dream board.
What day is it? Oh yeah.
It's
yeah.
Friday.
That's right.
The only day that matters.
No, I'm just saying,
I get to
like,
do this.
I have no idea what's going on.
So
right.
So if you watched last week's, you guys.
Oh, that's right.
Forgive me for my videos that are so half-assed. I'm a truly stay-at-home mom. I do not have a team of people.
What happened? Yeah.
Well, no, it's just like in the middle of the night, I released a video. We're doing dream boards, and then like I was rushing out for basketball, and I really wanted.
I remember that. Yeah.
I wanted to sit down and actually have a video. That's why. Oh, because you said don't apologize, but I was apologizing because that was not what I had envisioned.
Right.
So anyways, if you watched last week.
Life is not what we envisioned.
But we did do our dream boards.
We did.
Which I have not done since before children, and I believe in dream boards. I really believe in them. So can I share our dream boards? Okay.
Yeah, if you read The Secret, right?
Yeah, right? Okay. So I'm going to hand you yours.
Manifest.
So great.
I don't overthink it. I just open pages and whatever spoke to me, I cut out.
Awesome. I want to tell me all about it because I actually need to put more words on mine.
I mean, I don't know. I just kind of, like I said, whatever.
I love this.
I like Palm Springs.
Gorgeous.
Yeah.
Is that that's gorgeous?
It looks like Palm Springs.
It does,
to me.
but it could be
Los
Angeles.
I like the style too.
Yeah.
Of the house. So I like houses, beachy, open, airy, lots of light, palm trees.
Hawaii.
I love Hawaii.
I
want to buy a house in Hawaii eventually.
This.
Would love
more
to
of
buy
this in my life.
A house in Maui.
Oh, I haven't been to Maui. I always go to Oahu because my dad has a condo.
Love
there.
Oahu, fun, super fun. But Maui's got a Santa Barbara vibe.
Trip to Hawaii.
Let's do it.
Yeah, the North Shore.
I told Maddie, I'm like, if we move there, honey, you'll get your ass kicked every day because you're the white girl. And she's like, I don't care, Mom.
Yeah, it is true. There is like you're an outsider.
Yeah,
for sure. Yeah.
So yeah, I just want love and happiness and good food and lobster.
Yeah, it is understandable though. I mean, it's like this is the problem. White people, we
ruin everything.
We ruin everything, and then people don't like us, and you're like, I can't blame you, but I'm also not that
one
person.
Of them.
Exactly. So it's like I look like someone you want to hate.
I am Hallie, which Hallie doesn't mean white person. It just means foreigner, just so everyone knows.
Yeah, okay. That's good to know.
Yeah. So it could be anyone. But
nice. I like this, the vintage car.
I've always wanted a vintage Corvette.
I see that could totally happen.
Right, beautiful, right?
This is the dream board thing, you guys.
Room to
they
room.
Work.
Yeah.
They work.
So
I love how full and focused yours is. It's really great. Yeah, because it's like environment, and I love that love is right towards the center with all those lanterns. It's gorgeous.
Isn't that fun? I've always wanted to go to those lantern festivals. And then I just want
to do it. In the desert.
Yeah. And I love bedrooms and houses and house stuff, so I wanted all that stuff. And beaches.
Yeah. Mine, I didn't have as much time. So Raleigh was it was the middle of the night, but she, of course, was awake because she had napped.
We were partying.
Well, and they had napped on the way there. So I had the 5 o'clock.
They took a late nap.
A 5 o'clock nap means
to like 8.
I'm going to be up all night.
Yeah.
But that's okay because we had fun. So Raleigh helped me.
Oh, so cute.
So she put all these hearts here. That was her plan. She doesn't know why I put this. Honestly, I just like the way that it looked. This was my big one.
Negative.
I love this.
House? What is it?
Yeah, it's this. Well, it's a famous house. And Jesse and I talked about it. We don't know that we'd actually want to be up in the hills because we're worried about fires, flooding, and earthquakes.
Like Silver Lake. You're so cute.
No, this is the Hollywood Hills. This is a famous. I forget the name of it, but this is a famous building. So it wouldn't be this one, but my whole family agrees that we all like the pool.
Yes.
In fact, I was and then my husband and I got high the other night, and we were like. Oh, on the MedMen advertising, it says time to burn. And we really liked that, but it sounded crass. So Jesse came up with, we have all the time in the world.
Oh, I love it.
Which I
That's
love.
Beautiful.
Because I look at it every day.
Everybody feels rushed. Everybody feels
so
like it has to happen today.
Mom.
Or just whatever, career, life, whatever. You know? I had that.
So
like,
great.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Right, where you, that pressure, yeah.
Yeah, because it feels real.
And it's true.
Yeah, and so one of my my Bible is The Hitchhiker's Guide to the Galaxy.
I love that movie. I mean, I have the movie, not the book, but
I love the movie. Yeah. I love the book. Douglas Adams,
it's hilarious.
To me, is like, I don't know, not a saint. What do they call them? A prophet.
Yeah,
I think he's so
smart.
He was so on about so many things. Like if you
the bureaucratic
look at the book,
nonsense,
he predicted Trump. Like I mean, it's so like, oh, this is totally how we're going. Yeah, it's really interesting if you go back and read it now. And he wrote it in what, the 80s?
Yeah.
And it's interesting when something becomes more and more relevant with time. It's like, whoa, they were on it. They were on it.
The Lorax.
Yeah.
Dr. Seuss.
Right?
Yeah.
I love Dr. Seuss.
He's
also a prophet to me. I love
Dr.
Seuss so much. Yeah.
Before anyone was thinking about the environment.
And everyone imitated him. Like he was definitely a great, for sure.
Yeah.
So
that's really cool. I like it a lot.
There's this moment, it's my favorite moment, where a whale, I don't know if you remember this, it's like things are produced and then they're falling in space and then they hit the ground and they die.
Yes.
And the whale is like, oh my gosh, I'm falling. What's this sensation? It's so amazing. There's the ground. I didn't get enough time. Splat.
Yeah.
And then a daisy or a potted plant does the same thing and it's like, oh no. Here we go again. Yeah. And he said for some reason experts believe that the potted plant may have been onto something, you know, and it's like that we've been here before.
Repetitive
we'll be
patterns.
Here again. When you think about all the endless
Buddhists believe you pick this path to learn the lessons you want to learn. So like everybody chooses this journey. You chose, so like you choose your parents. You do choose, yes, because those are the lessons you wanted to learn in this part of your journy.
Yeah.
So like for some of us who have really crazy lives, we wanted to learn a lot.
We were like, this is us. We're
Bring
like,
it.
Hey, as I spill my coffee, we're up for the challenge.
Right?
I've done X, Y, and Z
all you got?
in all my past lives, and I'm ready for it. I'm going to ace this one. And then we get in it, and we're like, oh, shit, I was wrong.
No, for sure. So hopefully next life I'm Beyonce. Like,
right? You're like, I can handle it.
So enlightened.
I can handle the pressure. And then you end up
like an angel and make it look effortless.
And then you end up like Britney Spears. You're like, I couldn't handle
Shaving my head. Yeah.
It's too much, the pressure.
I mean, I have thought about shaving half.
You're like, next life, potted plants.
Like, shave half, like Riri.
Oh, I love that. I think it's so sexy.
I think I'm getting too old.
Well, there was a moment about 10 years ago where that was so hot.
Right.
You could definitely pull it off, and now that moment has passed.
I might look.
Now you're like the badass that can still pull it off. Yeah,
I don't know.
You could just put your hair up kind of in a mohawk and get the same effect.
Right, you do like a tight braid on one side.
Yeah.
I have to watch hair tutorials because I don't know how to do hair.
Yeah.
Even though I sell shampoo.
Or you can just do like just like pull it up in a ponytail, you know, and just let it hang straight, like straighten it on the sides. It kind of looks similar. I could see you rocking that for sure. Yeah. All right, I think this is it. I just want to say that next week I do have a comedian mom coming who I'm really excited about. Her name, I'm just stalking her online. She doesn't know me, but she's brave enough to be like, sure, I'll be on your random show that only you watch. Her name's Justine O'Neill. She's super talented. You're going to love her. She's so great. I bonded with her. Well, she doesn't know I bonded with her. In my mind, I bonded with her on Instagram like a psychopath because she had posted this picture of her son like screaming at her to wipe his ass, and he's the same age as my 6-year-old son.
Amazing.
So I'm like, we're sisters.
Doesn't that make you think of Dad? Is it Dad? What's the Adam Sandler movie where he's like, but I wiped my own ass because he didn't wipe his own ass when he got him when he was 6. Yeah.
Oh,
that was a problem for my boy
too. Did you watch his special? He has a stand-up special.
I haven't watched it with the dog on the carpet.
Pretty good.
I didn't watch it yet.
Like at first, it took me a minute to get into it, but then I was really appreciating it because he has all his dad stuff, a lot of dad jokes.
Okay.
Yeah, and I like how rock and roll he is.
Yes, I love him.
He's really rock and roll.
I mean, he's 80s.
And I want to be able to be rock and roll as a mom. Like, why do only dads get to be rock and roll?
I don't know.
Right? They get to
rock.
skate, they get to cuss, but people judge us when we're punk rock, don't they?
I mean,
more than the dads.
The system. Just kidding.
Oh, and that's another thing. I get all bent out of shape. Then I'm not commercial enough. So YouTube will bury me for cussing. And who will ever find this? Because no advertiser wants to align themselves with bad moms. So then it's like we're buried in the dust.
So now we have to edit it to blurp those things with little bubblies.
It's live.
Oh yeah, you can't. Yeah.
No bubblies. There's no bubblies.
No emojis. Bummer.
Oh, so that's it. So we're going to wrap up. I'm so sorry. I keep doing... Oh, and I love your shirt. She's MTV generation.
Yes, I am.
So she doesn't know this, but you guys I know this because I watch every one of my videos. I believe we are the MTV generation.
We are.
And no one is willing to be brave enough to give us that label. We deserve that label.
Just Generation X.
No, it's like we're between X and Y.
Oh, right. So what is it called? Gen X? Yeah, I don't know. There's something else that they put us in for those few years in between.
Our generation,
but MTV is correct.
Generation.
Yeah.
We grew up on MTV.
Nintendo.
It's come and left with us. Nintendo, yes, but now it's having like a rebirth. But yes, I believe, and so I'm so glad you wore that T-shirt because I'm like, oh,
serendipitous.
Yes. You are living proof that we are. You just happen to wear that today. And then on Monday, I'm going to try to do something new, which I'm really nervous about. It's just going to be me in a giant pile of laundry, and I'm going to call it like my laundry day video where I just fold laundry.
Mondays.
Where I just fold laundry, and I invite other moms to fold laundry and chat with me. But I have a feeling it's going to be a lot of weirdos in the beginning. Like dudes are like, show me your boobs. So I just have to be brave enough to sit there and endure and be
not
like,
that kind of channel.
Spam. But I feel like that's all the channels. Like if you don't get the weirdo guy viewer, you don't have a presence online, you know? Like even the children videos are like, it grosses me out. Don't even get me started.
That's creepy.
It's so creepy, but it's true. And you know what I found?
The World Wide Web.
So last week I accidentally did my Bad Mom Jokes video on my family channel because I was sick and not paying attention. And I got a couple people in. No. I have more weirdos on my family channel than this one. Because what happens is when they hear me cussing, when they hear me be a strong, independent woman, they leave the room. But when they see me be like sweet and perfect and I've got 2 little kids and my husband's nowhere to be seen, I think it becomes a fantasy. Yeah. Isn't that creepy? It made me want to just like shut down my channel because like I don't want that. My kids, like they're precious. They're my precious little darlings.
It's hard. It's
hard
line.
Because then all of my friends like really enjoy those videos, you know. And there's a huge population of advertisers will advertise alongside those videos, you know. Like it's so PC and family friendly, And then it's like, but then you get. Isn't that crazy? But this channel, here I am, balls out, probably taking my shirt off, and they're like, ew, that one, she scares me.
Vulgar.
Yeah, that's not how a woman should be. I'm out of here.
I don't know.
Nutty?
Yeah.
It's wild,
There's a lot of sociology, you know.
Yeah.
What's it called? Why can't I think of the word right now?
Studies
that need to be done. Yeah.
Absolutely. There's so much to unpack.
Yeah.
So much to unpack. But I want to invite moms because I feel like we all have a giant pile of laundry come Monday morning. And so we can just sit there and gossip and do our laundry together.
At my house.
Yeah, always, every day, right?
I fold it and then it comes back.
That's true. It like instantly that hamper's like.
I empty the hamper. I'm like, yes, I'm done.
You have 4 kids, so that's no joke.
Never over.
And I still have bedwetters, and that can take all day to clean. Oh, and I have a dog that pees on my carpet.
Oh, that's fun.
So I'm like 5 rags per pee, and then that's a load of laundry right there.
I've kicked all the animals out to the guest house.
See, you also have a yard.
Yeah, like you live out there with your brother, with my son.
Yeah, you're not housebroken. You do. You have a
I'm done. I kicked them all out. The menagerie's in the guest house with my son.
Tell them all your animals. I love this. You have a menagerie.
Well, we lost a cat a week ago. Peaches is missing in the rain. No, before the rain. Right before the rain. So
you had 3 cats?
We had 3 cats. They're 2 brothers and a sister. She went missing in the rain. We think the neighbor saw a coyote in the neighborhood.
Oh, we have coyotes too. You wouldn't think
they come down in the storm. Yeah, well, there's lots of nature. Believe it or not.
There is right up the hill. Yeah,
lots of canyons. And then we have 1 bunny, 1 iguana, and 1 Chihuahua mini pin.
so
it's
cute.
redonkulous.
And you did lose a dog recently.
We've put 2 pits down in the last 2 years. But they were 16 and we've had them their whole lives.
I'm not like a super insensitive friend. Like, and
we're new besties.
Yeah. Yeah, we met through our friend Heather, and you're here to stay. I hope you enjoy this. You are like, you're going to be a regular girl. This is a lot of fun.
Laverne and Shirley.
Yeah, right? Oh, for sure. We're total, or no, AdTab.
Yes.
Yeah.
Especially with the coats.
Right? Oh my gosh. Yes, ladies, put on your difficult to clean coats and report back. Report back on the challenge. I want to know how long you lasted. Where you're like, darling, I can't. A kimono would also work because it's impossible to do dishes in a kimono.
Sleeves will catch on fire if you're cooking.
Yeah, that's true. So it's like,
it's a hazard.
Put on your high maintenance clothes, ladies.
Peg Bundy,
and be like, sorry, kids, not today.
Right? You have to do the fake sick smoking.
So I'm hoping moms find us.
I hope so too.
Bad moms, where are you? All right. Well,
unite.
Yeah. That's actually a tag on Instagram. It's a whole thing. Hashtag
Bad Moms Unite.
Bad Moms Unite.
Maybe
check it out.
It's back there somewhere.